Hey guys, so right now I'm working on the Civic. I just kind of got up like 20 minutes ago or something, took a shower and all that. So I'm working on clearing space so I can do the timing belt and the head. And so I'm taking out the exhaust manifold, power steering pump, and the AC condenser compressor. I don't have the belt today. I'm probably gonna get sometime this week, but I have time today, so I'm just gonna clear the stuff out of the way and hopefully I don't lose parts. The AC and the power steering are coming off for good, so that makes it a little easier as far as reassembly goes, but you know. Okay, so right now I'm working on taking the valve cover off. I've got most of the bolts loosened up and it should just pop right off. Alright guys, so I just got the bolts off from the valve cover. I'm making sure to very meticulously keep track of nuts and bolts so I don't lose anything. Okay, so I've removed the valve cover. There's the valves and the camshafts and everything. There was rubber bushings on these. This one came off, these two came off. This one was really dry rotted and it broke, so I'm gonna have to order a new one before this all goes back together. Before I put it back on, I'm gonna sand this down and paint it probably. I'm still trying to decide on colors though. Okay, so I've got the valve cover off and the timing belt cover, and as you can see, it is fully stripped. Now what has me concerned is there's a lot of like goo down there, and it looks like coolant's pouring in, which has me worried that there's a head gasket problem, which would make sense because this controls the water pump, and if he tried to drive it with it overheating, assuming it didn't turn off, I'm surprised it didn't turn off, but he probably blew that gasket, which is okay because I'm probably gonna end up having to buy a new head and valves and stuff. So the gasket will be there. I can just do it, but it's good that I know about it now. But yeah, no, so I mean, it's probably gonna have to be retimed and everything now too, but this belt is just, it almost looks like he tried to fix it with tape or something, which is beyond sketchy. But yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can't get more done to get to the bottom of the timing belt and see if I can rip the old one off. Alright guys, so I've got the car jacked up on jack stands. I just need to remove these two little clip screws to remove this cover so I can see the timing belts and all that and go from there. Hey guys, so it started raining a little bit earlier, so I kind of put the car on hold for today. I got the valve cover off, although I put it back on, just nothing got in it. I got the timing cover off, and without a doubt, like, that belt is beyond broken. It's like stripped. Someone tried to fix it with tape. It looks like it's just a mess, and it also looks like the head gasket's gone because there's coolant coming into the timing chain area, and the only thing I could think of that has coolant there is the head gasket. But it doesn't just look like coolant, it looks like gelatinous coolant, so like I've got investigations to do. I'm hoping that the head isn't cracked or the block or anything, because I'll be fucked, but we'll figure it out. Regardless, at the end of the day, I got some work done. I'm gonna get some more done probably this week and on the next weekend, but I have to order a timing belt, a water pump, a valve head, you know, head gasket, valve cover gasket. So I've got my work and money set out. It's probably gonna take me a while to get this all done, but it's all right. Then again, I could always just get a new engine, but I don't know. I kind of want to like tinker with this when I want to work with it. It'd be easy to just say, hey, plop a new engine in it, but I think I want the challenge of like fixing the current engine, because I don't know, there's just something gratifying about it, so it's all good. Alright guys, so I'm doing a little bit more work. I said I was done for the day, but I'm not. I'm working right now on removing the AC lines and everything. You can see I've already disconnected it from the condenser and from the AC radiator and all that crap, and then I'm working on getting, so it goes, one of the lines goes from the condenser all the way around the engine to that one right there. I've already unbolted it, but I gotta remove the battery tray to be able to pull it out from underneath, and it's gonna be a whole lot of like puzzle work getting it out from under here, but it seems like a fairly easy job. And there's a couple more lines I need to remove before I'm able. I've already loosened up the condenser, so it should be a fairly easy removal. But yeah, that's that. Alright, so I'm almost done. There's just a couple more little electrical connections that I'm trying to get to, but they're like starting to pinch my fingers a little bit.
So I took a little break, but if I'm not mistaken, I should be able to like pull this clip off and get to the last one down here, which is a little confusing in how it's plugged in, but I'll figure it out. All right, so I just got the AC condenser out, as you can see. Basically, to get it off, if you're gonna do this, there's just a bunch of these, like, can you see? You have to remove the two from the AC, you know, you have to remove the two here, and then you remove these off the back of the condenser. And then there's a couple electrical connections. This one, actually, so just in case this goes to something else, I have to look into the wiring. But just in case, I'm going to leave the wiring connected that's here, because I would hate to remove it and then have it also have wires for something else. So until I've like done my research to know, I'm just going to leave this little wiring harness attached. And you know, if I don't need all of it, then I'm going to throw it out. But I don't want to throw something out that's going to cost me money later to fix. What did I do with my socket? Hold up. This is the problem. Oh, here. It was under a rag. Yeah, it's like really hot today for fall. I mean, it's not fall yet, but like it's practically fall. So I'm just gonna tighten this down. And yeah, I already have now a lot more room to work, especially since I have to do the timing belt this week. I'm gonna see if I can't get the pulley off, or the, whatever you call this thing. It's on the top of my head, but I can't think right now. I guess it's the, why can't I think of words? That's the compressor. I'm sorry, compressor and the condenser. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can't get the exhaust manifold heat shield off, because that's gonna come off anyways, because I'm gonna end up doing a turbo. So these need to come off, because that whole thing's gonna come off. So, and it'll also give me room to work on the timing belt and head gasket. So let's do that. All right, guys, I'm officially done for the day. I've got other stuff I gotta get done, but I made some good progress. I got the AC system mostly removed. I still have to take the compressor off and the rest of the hosing and stuff and the electrical. And I gotta get a lock-off plate for where the lines go into the car, just so water doesn't get in. And I actually just removed the driver's side headlight and corner light, just so I had have better access to the AC compressor and power steering pump, because those are both coming out, because this car is going no AC, no power steering. I just prefer no power steering. So that's all got to come out. Plus it has to come out for the timing belt anyways, which as you can see is destroyed. And I'm probably also going to have to put a new head on it, which is, it's not the end of the world. I could do a D16 head, so we'll see. Then I'd have VTEC, which would be kind of cool. But yeah, so I'm just gonna put the wheel back on it and put it back on the ground for now, so my neighbors don't get mad at me for having a car up on jack stands, which I think is technically, oh, and I also took the bumper off, in case you missed that. I don't know if I said that or not, but I took the bumper off just to give easier access to pull those lines off. So that's where the car sits for now. I'll get more work done through the week. Hopefully by next weekend I'll have my the timing belt and the head gasket and a new head to go on, but we'll see. It all depends on my money and income. But I also need to get a battery, and I think I'm gonna do the battery before the rest, because like I can't do anything if I can't start it to see how it's running, to check the timing and stuff. So that's that. All right, guys, so here's how she sits now. Headlights off, bumpers off. I'm probably gonna work on removing the actual bumper bar at some point, if I think I need to. I don't know if I'm gonna need to remove it, to be quite honest. I think it could be able to stay. I'm just trying to make it easier, because I don't have like a lift, or that my jacks aren't as great, so I can't get as high off the ground as I would like for tomorrow, or whenever I do the timing belt. But it's good enough for today. I'm exhausted, so I'm gonna call it a day. But yeah, no, so I got a lot of work done. The AC's half out. There's still a couple lines that have to be removed, and the compressor. Sometime this week I'm going to remove the power steering pump, but I'm not going to do that until I order the delete kit, just because I don't want any contaminants getting into the steering rack, and I need to get the bypass kit so it doesn't, so like I don't have like open hoses. But yeah, no, so I'm getting excited about this build. I was a little upset yesterday when it wouldn't start, but now that I know what's wrong, I'm not too upset, because I can get a new head and valves and stuff. and I can get a timing belt. That's easy, and I'm gonna do obviously I'll do the water pump while I'm in there. It's got 180,000 miles on it. I'm sure it needs a water pump by now. But yeah, you know, worst comes to worst, I put a new engine in it. Even then, it's not that big a deal on this car. They're super easy to work on. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave you guys for today. As always, comment, like, and subscribe. Yeah, and if you have any tips and ideas, please reach out to me. I can use all the help I can get right now. All right, guys, see you later.